Exaggerated stretch at the bottom, guys, always remember that. And today is shoulders. So I've done a shoulder warm-up already. My standard warm-up, you can find that in the playlist section. I need to actually make playlists for everything right now. I've been a bit crap with, I've been good with loading videos, but when I'm loading them, I don't really put the playlists on, so I really should put the playlists on there. So today, another one. Let's get the British side out of me straight away. The weather, let's talk about the weather. Sunny, yet cold. Really cold. Like I come out today and I was like, oh my God, it's so cold. I don't know, I only have to come from there to here, but it's still very cold. And even on the side here, it's like I'm outside. And the door's open, but the weather's nice. Is it nice? No, it's cold, but the sun's out. That's the main thing. Anyway, let's get back to training. So shoulders, have had an issue with my shoulder. I told you I had a slight niggle in the shoulder, and I believe it would have never ever have gone unless I continued to train. I continued to train, and now slowly, I'm not going to say now it's 100% healed. I would say it's like 70% healed. So it's on the mend, it's on the way back, it's on the road of recovery. And normally, for one thing, sorry, I say once, but the one thing that I always do when I'm training shoulders, after I do a warm-up, is I always go to a shoulder press machine. Now, the gyms that I train at, I'm very familiar with. I don't just randomly go on a shoulder press machine. I know exactly what they feel like, and I will always go very, very light. And the reason for that is because I'm really good at dumbbell presses, dumbbell overhead presses. I've gone up as heavy as 60 kilograms for 8 reps, 55s for 15 reps. So very decent strength on this, and I always kick them up myself as well. There's videos of me doing it. I'll share one. I don't know if I can find it. I'll share it. So I'm really good at dumbbell pressing. So what I used to do was recently, in the past couple of years, I used to go to the gym and put on a couple of plates aside on the shoulder press machine and rep out 3 sets of 20. Then when I come to the shoulder press dumbbells, which is this one, it was slight incline, just a slight incline. So you don't want it upright, just a slight bit of an incline. I don't have to go as heavy to get the same workout, to get the same stimulus. Now, shoulders is something that I do not believe you should go very heavy on. So I'm saying you shouldn't be doing the low reps. 4, 6, 8s ain't for the shoulders, bro. Anything less than 10 on the shoulder press, you're asking for it. You need to be making sure you're doing above 10 repetitions, maybe 15. 20 might be a little bit too much. But definitely, the 12 range is a nice range to hit on shoulder press dumbbells. And it's funny actually, because just recently I was watching, I think it was Eddie Hall, and Eddie Hall said a very similar thing. He was saying how, and by the way, I'm not copying Eddie Hall. This is something we all know. If you are smart in training, we all adapt and pick up the same kind of things. And he was saying that he got really strong on shoulder pressing to the point where he could have probably done 120, 140 kg in each arm. But he just used, I think, what did he say? How much he used? 50%. So he used like 60 kilograms, and he used to rep out 40 repetitions. Now, I'm not saying rep out 40. This is Eddie Hall saying this. This is a strongman saying this. This is his kind of way of making sure his shoulder health is good. For me, we're not doing strongman. We're not doing a strength sport. I feel shoulder health needs to be good, but we also want to build the shoulder. We want to build the muscle. So we need to go a little bit heavy on it. So there you go. No less than 10 reps on shoulders. And now this is my 3rd set, but it's not a working set. So this is still kind of a warm-up set because of the injury that I told you I had. So you can just turn the dumbbells and you'll get more of a stretch like this than you would if you were to do them that way. So just nice and turn, get a nice stretch here. Still a warm-up. So this is one of the reasons I didn't show you shoulders last week, because it's a little bit boring at the minute. I'm still warming up. Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit heavy for the next set. Things are slowly starting to click again. And when I mean that, I mean they're not clicking. My shoulders aren't clicking anymore. Just had this really strange niggle in my shoulder the past few months, I would say. Don't know how it happened. I must have slept funny, I don't know. But luckily it wasn't in my rotator cuff, otherwise that would have been an issue. And I've never really been injured. So I've been doing things right. And that's what I like to continue to doing right. Do not want to get injured. Okay, so that is definitely set number one. I think that's okay there. This is very light still. It's 18 kilogram dumbbells, very light, but feels good to the point where I think I can start getting back my strength again, which means next week I can go up to 22, and I don't know, these are funny dumbbells. They go up in like some really weird increments, like 14, 18, 22, no, 23, and then, I don't know, something. But it is what it is. Saves me having a lot of dumbbells. I haven't got enough space for a rack in here where I can have multiple dumbbells. One dumbbell station is good enough. And then obviously I've got a pair of 47 kgs, which I bought off a friend. So yeah, we'll just emphasize one more time. You have to be smart when you're training shoulders. You have to be very smart. Do not get into the crazy mode or the crazy mindset of like, you know, you're deadlifting or you're squatting or you're benching. Right, let's push it, let's go, let's put some weight on it. You know, let's try and better your best. Let's try and beat some numbers on this. You know, let's get back to strength quickly. Let's see what we can do. Do not do that on shoulders, bro. You're gonna get a quick reality check. There's so much that can go wrong in shoulders, so much. And if you mess your shoulders up, you won't be able to squat, you won't be able to bench, you won't be able to deadlift. Shoulders are very, very important. So important. Like the hips, any ball and socket joint, it's so essential. It's so key for your body to keep fresh. And most people just don't. Most people don't warm their shoulders up. Most people don't do any stretching. They don't do any rehab. They don't do any prehab. They don't do anything. And you know, I can speak firsthand, not from shoulders, but for hips. My hips have been tight as hell. But I'm doing something about it. And I have neglected it for many years. And boy, do you know about it. When you neglect any ball and socket joint on your body, it lets you know in a hurry. And when you're younger, you know, you can get away with shit. You can get away with doing a lot less. As long as you're squatting deep every single week, it's good enough. You don't need to do anything else. As long as you're doing shoulder presses deep as a warm-up, you're good enough. But then as you get older a little bit, as you creep up to that 40 mark, yeah, things need a lot more work. So it's no longer just let's sit in the squat once or twice a week. We need to actively start moving that range, moving around. So when you do the squat, you're in that range, like the plane of motion, but then you also need to go side to side, which when you saw me doing the warm-up that day, that's exactly what I was trying to do. Okay, set number 2. Working set number 2. Yeah, that is feeling better, much better than it did last week. So I'm gonna probably do, I'm just gonna do one more set. What's funny is I mentioned the other day, you shouldn't spend much money on clothes and stuff like that. Then all of a sudden out of the blue, everyone's asking me, where did you get that jacket from? Where did you get that top from? Where did you get those trackies from? Find very funny. I'm definitely not into fashion. Most of my stuff, Nike.com. I go on there. These Under Armour tops, I might show you another video. In fact, I'm gonna let people who watch this video, if you are someone who watches these videos all the way through, comment down below how many Under Armour t-shirts, just t-shirts, not the long sleeve ones, I've got many of those as well. How many Under Armour t-shirts do you think I have? Comment down below. Let's see if people watch the video all the way and listen to what I say. I want to hear, I want to see, I want you to tell me how many Under Armour t-shirts you think I have. You might be surprised. And what's even more surprising is, and this is something that people very close to me laugh about, is how many Under Armour t-shirts I have in the same colour. Try and guess that one as well. Last set. I do apologise for the lighting again. As you know, the camera, when it's facing the sun or facing the brightness, it's a little bit weird. I will eventually find out how to fix it. Okay, so this is an exercise which we hardly see being performed, and that is because everybody is so hung up on machines. So I like to do a little superset in this. Allow me to demonstrate. So I'll do 10 reps there, and then I've got this bar set up over here where this can be done on any lat pull down machine. And you don't want to go too heavy on this. Obviously you want to get tucked into a lat pull down machine, but I don't have one here. So I'm going to do it on this. And it's behind the neck. That's where you want to do this. I'm pretty sure you've not seen that before anywhere. I like doing it. It's great for my rotator cuff, it's great for my rear delt and overall shoulder health. Now, I came out with that because when I used to do lat pull downs behind the neck, the next day I always felt it in my rear delt, and I thought, okay, that's strange. Maybe that is doing more rear delt than back. So I started using that for my rear delt, but then worked out that if you go too heavy on it, that can actually damage your rotator cuff. So if we pre-exhaust it first by doing these, which is the #1 exercise for rear delt. I have good rear delt development. This is what I credit it to, not those stupid machines in the gym that everyone does, the pec deck reverse fly. They're great machines, don't get me wrong. Used them for many years, but if you want to go back to the basics and you want to know how to build some rear delt, this is how you do it. And can you isolate rear delt away from back? No, you can't. Can you do back rows without touching up on your rear delt? No, you can't. That's garbage. You're always going to get some rear delt work with your back workout. So when I was doing the T-bar rows yesterday, the rear delts were working as well. But not so much that they were fatigued and we can't do them today. Because it's such a small muscle group, you can hit it very often. Now you can hit this 3 times a week if you wanted to, but I do it like obviously every rotation. So my rotation is every 4 days, which is good enough for me. And in those rotations, if my rear delts are getting hit twice, once while doing back and once while doing shoulders, that's good enough. So don't bitch out on rear delts. Make sure you're doing the proper exercises. Don't just sit there and make it easy and go on those machines. You know, the whole idea of training is to make it hard. If training's hard, then you're going to grow some real muscle. If it's easy, then you're going to have that easy looking muscle, and easy looking muscle don't look nice. Let me tell you, you know what I'm talking about. If you're an experienced guy, if you're not an experienced guy, and you don't know what I'm talking about, have a look at some physiques and you look how hard and grainy they are. That's hard work. You look at some physiques and yeah, they might be ripped, but they're not grainy. They haven't got that detail. They haven't got that grain, that maturity. That look, you know, muscle maturity doesn't just mean age. People think muscle maturity, oh, it must mean you're old. No, muscle maturity is not age. Muscle maturity is how hard that muscle has been worked. How mature is that muscle? You can have a 21-year-old who does really hard, heavy exercises like barbell presses and squats and deadlifts, and he will have a mature, granite-looking muscle. And he could be 21, 22 years old. It doesn't, age don't mean shit. It's how hard that muscle's worked. And if you work the muscle hard, you're going to give it that mature, granite look. And you can be in shape, you can be big, and you can be shredded, but in order to hit that maturity, that muscle mature, that grainy look, you need to do the hard exercises. Without the hard exercises, you're going to look big, you're going to look lean, but it's going to look soft. That's the best way I can explain it. Like I said, the experienced guys will know out there exactly what I'm talking about. If you're an amateur, if you're a young guy and you're new to the game, this might go over your head. You might not understand what I'm talking about. For those experienced guys out there, you know what I mean when I say mature muscle. And it's got nothing to do with age. I'll show you this from the side so you guys can kind of follow. If you are not feeling that in your rear delts, then don't do it. Make sure you know exactly why you're doing it, and the purpose you're doing it, and go for the feel. If it's going anywhere else, don't do it. So now the bulk of the work is done for the rear delt. As always, after the bulk, we're gonna do the fluff. And the fluff, what I call the fluff, is normally what people class as the full-on exercise. People only ever do this, and there was a guy, I'm not going to mention his name now, who made this very popular. Oh no, actually it wasn't this exercise, it was the laying down one, that they did this with the cuffs on. And for some reason, putting the cuffs on makes it so much better because you're not holding your wrists. Bro, the weight is here or the weight is here. It's the same thing. If anything, I'd like to hold onto something. It's quicker to let go. It's quicker to grab. Why would you want to put a cuff on and then attach the cuffs to these cables? So much messing around. People just want to go to the gym and mess about for probably 3-4 hours just while they're doing some basic, simple training. And those are the guys with no delts. Those are the guys with no rear delts. Look at the guys with the best rear delts in the world. They don't mess about with this cable, cuff, BS. You want some delt, lift some heavy dumbbells. That is it, simple as. After you lift the heavy dumbbells, go on and do some fluff work. But I see people warming up and using the fluff work as a compound exercise. This ain't no compound exercise, this is fluff. Here's how you do it. So, yeah, seated is a lot better. I'm gonna show you one more set just for this video on the other side so you can see exactly what it looks like. Again, I've not done these for a while, so just let's use this section as a bit more of an instructional kind of video for the side delts. And side delts, you don't need a lot of rest, you know. In and out, you can jump in one set to the next set within a minute. Okay, so I'm rested. Again, right now the weight isn't changing for me too much. Later on, I will start adding a little bit more poundage to it, but as of right now, it's not needed. Okay, sorry about that. Well, you won't notice anything because it'll just be a quick cut, but just took delivery for my shaker cups. If you're watching this video, let me just show you guys. These will be live from Monday. And if you're watching this, you'll know what I'm talking about. Hopefully you can see that. Let me just show you a little product there. So this is, yeah, 1 litre. The 1 litre flasks, that's what they are. You can put anything in this. Cold water is gonna stay cold for 24 hours. You put ice in here, it will stay ice for 24 hours. You can put hot drinks in here, they will stay hot for, I don't know, I don't care, but they will stay hot all day. They will stay hot all day, I can guarantee you that. Head over to faddyhussein.com, link is in the description. Yeah, these just arrived, man, I'm buzzing. These just arrived. I have got rid of about 30 already. They will sell fast, so you better hurry up and go and get yours. Or if you want to support this channel, then just go buy one anyway. It'll make a great gift for anyone who's in the gym. Just to let you know. A couple of other things as well. Obviously when you're drinking, there's no spillage because you're drinking nice, easy. You can be in the treadmill walking about. It's a very small nozzle to drink from. And if you're one of those guys who wants to have the pre-workouts and all that kind of stuff and your protein shakes in here as well, guess what? It's got a big front opening to fill it up with. I've got a drink in there so I don't want to spill it. So yeah, it's perfect, mate. Guess who they've been designed by? Me. Exactly, bro. Makes it even better. And the reason for that is, if you go back to any one of my videos for the past year, 2 years, I do not drink out of plastic. I do not drink out of any other thing than these flasks. But the problem with these flasks were they were 35, 40 pound on Amazon and they were crap quality. I actually went to China, got my own manufactured, bro, because they all come from China anyway. You guys know that. If you don't think that these come from China, no matter which company you're buying it from, you're deluded. They all come from China. I went to the manufacturer, told him exactly how I wanted it. Got this made while I was out there, right in front of me, with the print, with everything. And I said, I want these shipped to the UK. They said, okay, no issue, bro. It's going to be 8 weeks. But the 8 weeks is up. We're here. So there you go. Go to faddyhussein.com. Get yours now. Anyway, back to the workout. Side raises. What was I saying about these? I can't even remember. Yes, here's what I was going to say. When you are an advanced lifter, you can start doing these a little bit more momentum. You can lose a little bit more momentum while you're doing it. And make sure you are getting a good contraction at the top. You don't have to hold it there, but make sure you're getting a good contraction at the top. And the thing that I was going to say, I was going to slate, was when people do the front raises and this raise and that raise and this raise, I get what you're trying to do. You're trying to work from a few different ranges of motions, but it's not going to help build a delt. Your muscles are very clever. When you do that, every single range activates. Yes. Do not think for a second that if you do this, only this bit activates. If you do this, all of it activates. Every single part of it activates. So you don't have to go from here to here. And the other thing as well is, for those people that have someone behind them, go, yeah, come on, a couple of more reps, 2 more reps, 3 more reps, all this kind of bullshit that you see people do. The issue with that is, when your muscles have had enough and someone's there behind you, especially when it comes to rotator cuffs, you are at a higher risk of getting injured. And the reason for that is because your shoulder, your rotator cuff is no longer doing the work. It's now done, it's finished, it's telling you I have had enough. So for you to push through that pain barrier and somebody assist you, because this joint is very, very weak. It's probably the weakest joint in your whole body. I'm gonna do last set now that I've taken a delivery for that. I'm a bit cold, but I'm gonna do one more set, a little bit heavier. I don't know if I mentioned in another video that the dumbbell handles on here are very thick, so I don't really like using them for much stuff, but it is what it is. I didn't know that when I ordered it, and I just don't think they make selectorized dumbbells with thinner handles. So it's something that we just have to work around. Now when it comes to shrugs, always use wrist straps. This is not grip training when we're doing this. There's other times we can do grip training. And shrugs is something that I like to do with chest, and it's also something that I like to do with shoulders. I feel that they are they're a very good exercise to help build the structure of your delts and your neck muscles. So I feel that most people do these wrong. I think people go way too heavy for the start. I don't feel they get the nice contraction. They don't keep their arms bent. And for me, at the minute, as you guys can clearly see, or you can or you can't, I don't know, I have a blatant imbalance in my physique right now, which I'm trying to fix, which I'm trying to rectify. And I feel that shrugs is something that I neglected for a very long time. And I think because of that, my biomechanics and everything kind of altered and my body shifted a little bit. So I'm starting to do farmer's walks again. And that's definitely helping with this, and also shrugs, standing shrugs. Very important exercise. I feel it's neglected by far too many people. So yeah, when I look at myself in the mirror, I see a blatant imbalance. And I know it's from here. So it's from here where the imbalance has started, and then this has twisted, and now it's in my shoulders. And yeah, it's annoying me at the minute, but it's something I'm working towards. Somebody actually did inbox me the other day about their imbalance, and we're all going through this at one time or another. We all do, so this is a very common thing for most people. We all fall victim to it. We get a bit complacent. We don't stretch, we don't do enough warm-ups, we don't do enough of these, exercises that matter. We get a little bit lazy sometimes. So farmer's walk, dumbbells, or in the normal briefcase carry things. Amazing, amazing exercise. Don't neglect it, you should do it more often. Okay, so this is something I haven't done in here before. New exercise, let's see what happens. We're gonna start with the 32s, nothing too heavy. Let's see what goes on here. I didn't want to bore you with everything, so I'll cut it, but 10 laps. Okay, so I'm going to do one more set of that. I think I'm going to do 8 this time. So 8 lengths, 5 reps. Oh God, 32 kg. Eventually, I want to get better at this. So on Monday's session, when it came to arms, triceps. We did the straight bar press down, if you remember, and then what did I do? I did the kickbacks with the cable. So today we want to hit more of the outside muscle, this one over here, and we're going to use a V grip. So one of these bars, if you can see that. Again, when it comes to triceps, guys, just remember one thing: you don't want to go crazy heavy on triceps. 15 to 20 repetitions is what we're looking for. The technique stays the same, and we don't want to be squeezing at the bottom 100%. All the way up, but not all the way down. So I normally do 4 sets on this exercise. So it'll be 4 sets on this, around 15-20 repetitions. I might go a little bit heavy, but I've got to look after my elbow joints at the minute. No issues. I usually also use the Voodoo Floss every day, which I haven't really done a video for Voodoo Floss yet, but I will show you guys exactly what I do to warm up my elbows, and it is the best thing ever. If you want to buy the Voodoo Floss, links in the description. This has become a bit of an advert, this one, hasn't it? But no, it's not always going to be like this. But you need to support though, guys. Links in the description. Get the Voodoo Floss. I will show you in another video exactly why I use the Voodoo Floss and why it's just so important for keeping your elbows fresh. Whether you have injuries or not, you should be doing them so you can, if you have an injury, get over the injury. And if you don't have an injury, how to prevent an injury from happening further down the road. Okay, so I'll do one more set on this same weight before I increase. I wanted to do something which was more straight bar today. I've got this new handle over here. It's got like a little straightish bar on the end of it. So I thought I'd give this a go just for a couple of sets. Not too heavy. Try it out. This is something new. Yeah, it's all right. It's not too bad. Yeah. Notice I'm going really super slow is because anything new, whenever I see new exercise or some new bar or some new machine or new anything, I always go very, very slow. So I'm just, again, very mindful of my elbow, mindful of my shoulder. I don't want to get injured. And this is a new bar that I just bought off these guys. I just noticed it's got a little bend in here, but so to the side. Very strange. But yeah, see if it was worth the money. I saw it in the shop and I thought that looks quite good. Let me just buy it. I don't know how much, I think it was like 35 quid or 25 quid. I can't even remember, you know. But it looked all right, it looked decent. Let's try it with this handle over here on this side. Lighten the load a little bit. Let's see if it's any good. I should be like an equipment tester. But then again, I'd be a very terrible equipment tester because I don't like much new stuff. Okay, yeah, it feels better here. Yeah, that's not bad. That feels better in your wrists. I suppose it's like the V-bar press down, but it's a little bit better in your wrist, this one. Yeah, it's not too bad. I don't know how it looks. I don't know if it makes my triceps look any bigger, but yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, it's okay. Please, if you guys do like this kind of style of videos, comment down below. You need to like, you need to support, because that's the only way I'm going to know if you guys want me to make these kind of videos. If no one's watching them, no one's commenting, no one's doing anything, I don't need to make these kind of videos, you know. So I want to share with you guys as much as possible. I'm happy to just sit and talk shit about the worldly events, you know. That's easy for me. These require a little bit of time, a little bit more effort, but I need something back for that time and effort, and that is just a watch. As long as you watch it, good enough for me. So just comment down below if you've watched it. Comment down below. Yo, great video, Faddy. Really appreciate that. Really enjoyed it. It is what it is. I'd like to see you do this. I'd like to see you do that. Whatever you want to see, I'm here to share with you guys free of charge. I don't want anything. You don't even have to buy any of the products. Links in the description if you do want to though. Okay, this is the desk where a lot of my work gets done. I'm having a little bit of a rejig at the minute. Everything's moving around. This is the new desk that I bought actually, which is the morning cardio standing desk, and it's helped me a lot because I can do cardio whilst being on the laptop, but it's hard because now when I record videos, everything behind me looks a bit shit. But anyway, don't worry about that. This is the post-workout meal. So I've had my protein shake already. This is the post-workout meal. I did a post-workout protein shake. Then I actually forgot that I missed cardio. So I thought, let me do 45 minutes cardio. Did 45 minutes of cardio, and now I'm here. So this is a chicken breast. Again, like I said this many, many times, guys, that is, to be fair, it's quite a small meal for me, but it's a normal size meal. The main thing is it's not weighed. couldn't give a shit. If it was bigger than this, great. If it was smaller, who cares? It is what it is. I'll just get hungrier quick and I'll have the next meal even quicker. Now, I know I don't eat a lot of salad, but these are some of my favorite things. So this is bell peppers with cheese, bell peppers and cheese. You get these already made, obviously. That's just cheese. You get it in like one of those variety packs. Some olives, garlic. And this is, I think, like rocket salad and a bit of extra thing with some seasoning on top. So, yeah, I'm not big on vegetables. It's vegetables that I don't eat. When you get it from the shop, especially in certain restaurants, they don't give you the best veg. They don't give you the best salads. They don't give you the best anything. So I like to pick and choose stuff that's high in fat, obviously, that's going to be beneficial to me. That's not just junk. Like stuff like garlic is amazing for you. You know, we have olives over here, which I can't get, but I'm sure you guys can see it. There you go. That's the olives over there. And this is some cucumber. So always have the essentials. I'm not saying everything's crap. I don't like eating it, especially when you go out in most restaurants, they'll just give you some garbage. So this is it, post-workout meal. I'm going to have some fruit I haven't got yet. I'll go and grab some from downstairs. And then I've got my 1 litre of, this is cordial. So today, I think it's normally like lemon cordial in there. That's what I normally like. So that is my post-workout. Shoulders wrapped up, bit of triceps wrapped up. Done my cardio as well. Comment down below if you want to see more content like this. Like and please subscribe.